Welcome into practice, whether you're here in real time or I know a number of you are tuning in asynchronously in different times because it is summer and people are traveling. But I'm so happy that you're here. This is week 3 of our Twisted series. We started by looking at, well, we really started from a place of hope, right? A place of aspiration. You know, how do I want to show up in twisted situations? If my highest self showed up in this situation, what would that look like? Would it be more patient? Would it be more compassionate? Would I be more gentle with myself? Would I be more kind of assertive? I don't know. You answer that question for yourself. The second week, we looked at, okay, we kind of cleaned the mirror, held it up to ourselves. What are my habits? How do I actually show up in twisted situations? What are my reflexes? What are my kind of instinctual reactions? The good, the bad, the ugly, okay? This week is like looking at the space between those habits and our hopes. And we may find that there are some situations where the space between our habits and our hopes is pretty narrow. You know, we're feeling like we're kind of doing pretty well. We're showing up very skillfully. There may be other moments where we feel like the distance between those two is really far and we're really in that landscape of habits and pretty far away from our hopes. That's what we're exploring today. We are going to start in Sukhasana, easy seated pose, but make sure your right shin is in front of your left, okay? And as I have developed the sequencing for this series, I've intentionally done some things in kind of funky ways, unexpected ways, to kind of drop us into that kind of twisted, unexpected place. So take your hands onto the edge of your knees, let your elbows soften, and then feel that sense of your shoulders stacking right over your hips. Maybe relax the face, close the eyes. And let yourself settle into the practice. Maybe you start to notice your breathing. You could even just silently in your own mind say something along the lines of, I am arriving. I'm preparing to practice. I am noticing the distance between my habits and my hopes. I am arriving. I am preparing for practice. I am noticing the distance between my habits and my hopes. If you haven't already, start to develop your ujjayi breathing, elongating the breath and shifting into that slightly audible, wave-like breath. And see if you can cultivate this ujjayi or victorious breathing until we land in Shavasana. On your next breath, start to blink open the eyes, let the arms drop alongside your body, moving into our warm-up sequence. Circle sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, just let the arms float down. Just 2 more breaths, just like that, nice and simple. Inhale, arms come out and up. Maybe you find your head lifts slightly. Exhale, they float down, soft and steady. One more time, inhale, reaching up. And exhale, floating down. Okay, we're gonna add on. So inhale, reaching those arms out and all the way up. Take your left hand to your right knee and start to twist. Stay for a breath in. As you exhale, can you soften more deeply into the twist? Look forward, release the twist, inhale, both arms up. Exhale, left hand down to the floor, fold to your left. Open up that space in the right side body, 1 round of breath right here. Now we're gonna re-enter the twist. As you inhale, come up, right arm behind you, left hand comes across. You've already been here. How is it this time? Okay, something different. Plant your right hand behind you. Start to shift your weight forward onto your knees. Unthread your left leg forward and open into Ardha Mandalasana half circle. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, sit the hips down, bend your left knee, left shin in front of right, second side. Inhale, arms up. Twist opposite direction, right hand to left knee. Stay for a full round of breath here. On your next inhale, come out of the twist, reach the arms up. Now we have our side bend. Right hand finds the floor. Lean into that right arm, maybe softening the right elbow. Opening up that space in the left side of the waist. Now use your next inhale to come back into that twist. Left hand behind you, right hand finds that left knee. How is the twist the second time around? Do you find yourself just habitually coming in, or are you fully present? I'll start to lower that left palm, shift your weight forward onto the knees, push the pelvis forward, unravel that right leg forward into Ardha Mandalasana. And then sit the hips down, right shin in front of left. We're gonna do that one more time each side. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, left hand to right knee, find your twist. Stay for a round of breath, in and out. As you inhale, look forward, reach the arms up. As you exhale, left hand comes down, folding to your left. Round of breath here. And then using that next inhale to lift up and re-entering the twist, not from a place of habit, not doing it from kind of this rote practice, but from a place of full presence. Plant the right palm, shift the weight forward, push the pelvis forward, reach the left leg forward, half circle. And then settle the hips down, left shin in front of right. Last time, sweep those arms out and up. Find that twist, right hand to left knee. What is the space between how you habitually practice and how you would hope to practice? Look forward, release the twist, reach the arms up. Let that right hand come down, lean to your right. Noticing how deeply ingrained our habits are. We change our habits through practice. Consistently showing up, lift up, re-enter your twist. Left hand behind, right hand finds the knee. There's no shortcuts to shortening that distance from habit to hope. Plant the left palm, push the pelvis forward, reach the right leg forward, half circle. This time as you sit down, cross your ankles, find your first downward facing dog of the practice, planting the hands and finding your down dog. And again, even here, noticing what is the space between my habits and my hopes? How do I really hope to show up in my practice? What qualities do I want to be here on my mat? Am I really cultivating those, or am I kind of on autopilot, just moving and breathing from a place of habit? Looking to the front of the mat, walking or stepping your feet to the back of the wrists. Half salutation, inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Sweep the arms out and up to establish some rhythm in the body, hands to heart center. We're gonna do 2 lunge salutations, nothing twisted or funky here, just movement and breath. So release those arms, stand tall as you breathe in. Exhale, bring the palms of the hands together. That's position 1. Reach those arms forward, up, and back. There's your 2. And then folding forward over the legs. That's 3. Stepping left foot to the back of the mat, melting that left knee down. Finding your low lunge. We'll take a couple breaths here. You could keep arms down if you're wanting a little bit more grounding today. I'm wanting a little bit more space. Moving to position 5, stepping back, downward facing dog. First vinyasa sequence, endlessly modifiable. So you decide how you chaturanga. You could do knees, chest, chin. Finding a cobra or an up dog, and then coming to position 8, downward facing. Taking a full breath in here. As you exhale, step the left foot forward between the thumbs. Melt that right knee down. Find your lunge, whatever that looks like for you. A couple breaths here. Sun salutations, a great way to notice how far am I from my habit versus my hope. Am I just rote movement here? Hands come down. Step that right foot forward, fold in. There's position 10. Reaching arms forward, up and back, 11. Hands to heart center, 12. One more round. Release those arms, take the breath in. Exhale, palms together, breathe out. Reaching forward, up and back, breath in. Reaching forward and down, breath out. Lead with the right, inhale, right knee down. Exhale, stay. Inhale, let yourself take the breath in. Exhale, bring it back to the dog. Inhaling forward. Exhaling down. Inhaling into the back bend. Exhaling, returning to the dog. Inhaling, right foot forward. Exhale, stay. Inhale, stay and breathe in. Exhale, let the left foot come forward, meeting the right. Inhale, rising up, maybe finding that back bend. Exhale, closing it out. Release the arms, close the eyes momentarily. What is your hope for your practice? Not just on the mat, but off of it. What skills are you really trying to cultivate, to get better at, to be able to access more readily? How far are you away from those things? Do they feel really distant, or do you feel like they're right within hand's reach? Moving into our first standing sequence, start to blink open your eyes. As you inhale, sweep those arms out and up. Exhale, folding forward. This is gonna feel like a sun salutation, but it's not. Inhale, half lift. We're just making our way back to down dog. So walking the feet back and finding Adho Mukha Svanasana. We're gonna start the sequence from right here. So shift the weight into the left foot, float that right leg up, three-legged dog, and then open up this three-legged dog a little bit. Stack the right hip over the left. Keep the top leg straight, but really reach that right leg towards the ceiling. As you open up this three-legged dog, can you push your right palm into the mat a little bit more? Take one more breath in. Now, as you shift forward, take your right knee to your left tricep and twist. Now go back up to that open three-legged, and then forward knee to left tricep. One more time. So we're twisting open, and then we're twisting closed. Now go straight back to a three-legged dog with your hips and shoulders square to the mat, and step the right foot forward in between your thumbs. Keep your hands down on floor or blocks. Inhale, look forward, pull your heart forward. Exhale, shift back into a really elongated pyramid. Take that 2 more times. Inhale, high lunge, heart forward, look forward. Exhale, folding, nose drops towards that front shin. One more time, that lunge with the heart forward, looking forward. Exhale, elongated pyramid. Inhale, bend that front knee, plant your left palm. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling, twisting that lunge. Now, as much as you reach up through your right arm, can you ground down through your left palm? Yes, take one more breath in. Prasarita Padottanasana, look down at the mat, walk your hands to your left. Your feet are gonna follow you. All 10 toes facing the long edge of the mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, walk your hands towards your right foot.
Take your left hand to your outer right calf or ankle. Take your right hand to your waist. As you inhale, pull your heart towards your right foot. As you exhale, bend your left elbow towards the mat. Whoo, yes. Can you lift your right shoulder and elbow up to the ceiling? One more breath. Now you're going to face the back of your mat. As you release this twist, walk your hands to the back of your mat, towards your left foot. Bend your right knee and find Anjaneyasana low lunge. Reach the arms straight up towards the ceiling. Pause for a breath. Stay for that breath in. Now drop your left arm down towards the floor. Start to laterally bend to your left. See if your left fingertips find the floor. They may or they may not. You just go until you feel that opening along the right side of the body. If your fingertips find the floor, walk them away, deepening that side stretch. One more breath right here. And then look down towards the mat. Let both hands come to the mat, framing that front foot. We immediately start the second side. Tuck the right toes. Reach that left leg up, three-legged dog. Now open up that three-legged dog by stacking left hip over right. Keep the top leg straight and active and lift it as high as you can towards the ceiling. So it's like you're twisted open. Can you push more through your left hand? Now take your breath in. Here comes our twist. Left knee forward and to the right tricep. Twice more. Reach it up and twist open. And then come forward and twist it closed. One more time. Up and open. And forward and closed. Now this time, three-legged dog, but shoulders and hips squared to the mat. Then gently step it forward between the thumbs. As you inhale, hands are on block or floor. Look forward and pull your heart forward. Now rock back to that super long pyramid. Whoo, hello front hamstring. Inhale, come forward, look forward, heart forward. Exhale, long pyramid. Last time, rocking forward, pull the heart forward. Exhale, rocking back, nose to left shin. As you come forward to that lunge, plant your right hand on block or floor, left arm to ceiling as you twist. Same cue here. I know you're reaching up through your left arm. I can see it, I can feel it. But are you equally pushing down through your right palm? Stay one more breath. Then look down at the mat. Walk your hands to the right, Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, walk the hands to that left foot. Take your right hand to the outside of your left calf or ankle. Take your left hand to your waist. As you inhale, reach your heart towards your left foot. As you exhale, bend your right elbow towards the mat. As you take 2 rounds of breath here, can you lift your left shoulder and left elbow towards the ceiling? Now release that twist. Oh, thank goodness. Walk your hands to the front of your mat towards your right foot. Drop that left knee. Reach those arms straight up, Anjaneyasana. Take a breath. How far is the distance between your habits and your hopes in this sequence? Drop the right arm. Without collapsing forward, lean to the right, opening up that space in the left side body. Yeah. If the fingertips find the floor, walk them away, opening up that space a little bit more. One more round of breath in. And then here's a vinyasa opportunity, or a down dog, or a child's pose. Your choice. Really up to you. We're going to take 5 breaths in the posture of your choice that I really want to feel like a rest stop. So maybe that's downward facing dog. Maybe it's child's pose. Maybe it's some cat and cows. Really up to you. 3 more breaths.
We're going to do the sequence one more time because, again, no shortcuts getting from habits to hopes, just a lot of repetition and hard work. So notice if you can get a little bit closer to your hopes as we repeat the sequence. Float the right leg up, three-legged dog. Keep that top leg active, but twist open. Exhale, twist closed, right knee to left tricep. 2 more of those. Reach up and open. Come forward and closed. 1 more, up and open. Forward and closed. Now keep the shoulders and hips square. Reach the right leg up. Step it forward to your lunge. Before you rock back, look up and pull the heart forward. Now rock back and fold. 2 more times. You've got this. Forward and fold. Forward, not practicing from habit. Exhale, fold. Inhale forward, plant the left palm. Twist, right arm up. Not twisting in that place of just, oh, I'm just going to kind of hit the autopilot here. Nope, that's not what we're doing. Look down. Walk the hands to the left. Feet will follow. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Walk the hands to the right foot. Left hand finds that right leg or ankle. Right hand finds the waist. Take your breath in. As you exhale, bend that left elbow. Stay for a breath. Soften into the twist. As you release, walk the hands to the back of the mat. Let that right knee softly land. Reach the arms up. Find that asana. Drop that left arm alongside you. Slowly lean to the left, finding that side bend. Stay for breath. Coming out, reaching arms up. Hands come down, second side. Reach that left leg up, three-legged. Open the twist. Close it, left knee to right try. Up and open the twist. Closed. Up and open. Forward and closed. Keep shoulders and hips squared. Reach the leg up. Step the left foot forward and through. Before you fold back, look forward, pull the heart forward. Exhale, long pyramid, you fold. 2 more. Forward and back. 1 more time. Forward and back. This time as you pull forward, plant the right hand. Find that twist, left arm up. Stay for a breath in. Walk the hands to the right, feet will follow. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, walk hands to left foot. Right hand finds the outer calf or ankle, left hand to waist. Breath in here. Exhale, right elbow softens, and you let yourself come into the twist without resisting it. Melt into it. As you release the twist, there's a sense of relief. Walk to the front of the mat. Drop that left knee. Reach those arms up. Find your low lunge. Then release the right arm. Start to lean to the right without collapsing forward. You're just leaning to the right. Stay for 1 more breath. And then vinyasa, down dog or child's pose. Really up to you. Finding that more restorative, restful position for 5 breaths. How far are you? How far are you away from your hopes? What is the distance between your habits and your hopes right now?
We have one more shorter standing sequence. We're only going to do it once on each side. So using your next breath, shift the weight forward, tuck your toes, find your downward facing dog. As you look forward, walk or hop or dance or just skip your feet to the back of your wrists. Not doing anything out of habit, right? Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, start to build your chair pose. Bend your knees, sink your hips. Lift up Utkatasana chair. And let's keep it soft, hands into heart center. No need to make this harder than it is, because we are going to twist it, which you may have seen coming. So inhale here. Exhale, you're going to take this right elbow and you're going to come across towards your left knee, but hover for a moment. So you're not hooked yet. Take one more breath in. Now exhale, hook that right elbow outside that left knee. Find that deep, deep twist. How would it feel to take your left scapula, your left shoulder blade, move it towards your spine a little bit? Ah, yeah. Okay, now look down at the mat. Can you lift your left heel? Bring your left hand to your waist. Either right hand to left knee or right hand to the outside of your left foot. There you go. You're still in a twist. Now shift your weight into your right foot. Can you lift that left foot and start to come up into a twist? So again, either holding the knee twisted or holding the foot, maybe elongating that left heel forward and maybe reaching the left arm back. Steady breath. How do you hope to be in this twist? What do you want to cultivate? Now look forward. Big windmill action. Release the foot. Windmill the arms. Left leg back, left arm up. Okay, reach that left arm up. Reach your right arm down. Reach the left leg behind you. This is a version of Warrior 3. You could start to hinge. Keep reaching left arm forward. Left heel back. Ooh, one more breath. Bend your left knee. Lower your left hand to block or floor. Can you find your foot? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, you found it. Good job. Lift your left knee. Whew. Now look at your right shin. Can you draw your nose towards your right shin? Man, that really changes things. Now we're going to sit into a twist. So look back at your mat. Take that left knee, tuck it behind your right heel, and sit down. Reach your arms up. Oh, doesn't it feel good to be seated? Right arm behind you, left hand to that right knee, twist around. That sequence was different. Did you move through it from a place of habit, or were you able to really traverse that road more towards that place of aspirational hope, cultivating those skills that you're really wanting more in your practice on and off the mat? As you look forward, vinyasa or straight to a down dog, you know the choices. Take them. Make the practice your own. Not responding from that habitual place of, well, this is what I do at this point in the practice. No, responding from that full presence. One more breath in the dog. We've got the second side of this sequence, and then we're going to wrap this up. Look to the front of the mat. How do you want to get there? Maybe do something different. Start to make your way. Front of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Now start to build that chair. Bend the knees, sink the hips. Lift the spine. And then let it be gentle, hands to heart. Take a couple rounds of breath. Notice how spacious the breath is here. No restriction, no twisting yet. Okay, inhale. Exhale, start to twist to your right, so that left elbow's moving towards the right knee, but I'm not hooked yet. I'm just hovering. Now, I can't breathe this heavily in my belly, but man, can I bring in my low back. Now hook, left elbow outside right knee. Again, breath is pretty constricted in the front of my body, but it can be really full in my back body. Can you move that right shoulder blade onto the back? Okay, look down at your mat. Shift your weight into your left foot. Rise up onto the ball of your right. Right hand to right side of the waist. Now here's your options. Left hand could come to right knee or foot. Keep shifting the weight into the left. Can you lift the right leg? Ooh, the side's harder. And lift up. Ooh, get your balance. If you're holding the foot, do you want to straighten the leg? Maybe, maybe not. Do you want to reach that right arm back? Are you still breathing? Okay, here's that big windmill. Release the front foot. Whoop. Windmill. Boom, 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 boom. Now, before you do anything else, reach the right arm up. Reach the left fingertips down and back. Activate the right leg. Keep it active. Maybe hinge forward into a deeper version of this warrior three. Maybe your deepest version was higher up. Okay, we've got a big transition, right? Look down at your mat. Right hand coming to the floor. Bend that right knee. Can you find your foot? You know it's back there. See if you can find it. Now, can you lift your right knee? Oh, and here's the really tricky part. Can you move your gaze towards the left shin and move the head towards that left leg? Ooh, that's tricky. Lift the head, look at the mat. Bend the right knee, tuck it behind that left heel. Sit down. Ah, relief, right? Inhale, reach those arms up. Right hand to left knee, twist, Ardha Matsyendrasana B. 2. As you inhale, look forward. This is your final vinyasa opportunity of this practice. Take it or leave it. Up to you. Downward facing dog. We're going to shift into deer pose. So as you lift your head and look to the front of your mat, we're going to bring the right shin forward. And this feels like we're coming into pigeon, but instead of that, I'm actually going to bring my left knee to my right foot and then sit down. Yes, there's our deer. Now we're going to sweep those arms out and up. We're going to kind of do an around the world in our deer. So as I reach my arms up, I'm first going to fold forward. So my hands come in front of me. I reach them forward and I find my fold. And we're really slowing down the pace of the practice here. Really this opportunity to deeply look at, okay, what are my habits? How quickly and easily do I shift back into the landscape of my habitual response to things? And what is my aspirational hope for where I want to go in my practice, what I want to be developing? Walk those hands in, lift up about halfway to 2/3 of the way, and then walk your hands to the right. We're going to twist the deer. Really unplug that left hip so it's really free to twist. And then you could either stay up here, or if you wanted to lower down on forearms, or even all the way down, you could. And so every pose is this opportunity to notice, okay, what is the space between my habits and my hopes? What is the distance between those two things? Am I pretty close to nailing it here? Or have I really kind of lost my focus on what I'm really working on? Slide the palms underneath you. Use them as a support to lift your torso. Face the front of your mat again. Last variation of this deer, we're going to go back. So I'm going to bring my hands behind me. This may be enough, okay? Just leaning back on the arms. Some folks find, I can actually find the forearms here. No biggie. And then a few folks find that the body is open enough here to recline back. I want to make sure there's no pinching in the low back and that this is not painful. We want it to be really bearable, even if there's a deep sense of stretching in that left quad. And then here is the kind of tricky transition. So listen carefully. I want you to lean away from your bent left knee and bring your left foot onto the mat. So I'm going to lean away from my bent left knee and bring my left foot on the mat. Then I'm going to lift my right ankle and cross it, finding that figure 4 on my back. And then I'm going to interlace my hands behind the left thigh and bring it in for that supine pigeon. How's the Ujjayi breath? Have you not thought about it since I cued it in that opening grounding? Or has it been with you throughout the practice? Gently release the left thigh, letting the left foot land back on the mat. Bring the arms alongside you, and then pushing into the palms and the left foot, rise up into a bridge pose with that figure 4 shape. Can you plug your shoulders into the mat a little bit more? And then slowly rolling the spine down, uncross that right ankle. Rock and roll 1, 2, 3 times. And create that deer on the second side. Left shin forward, right shin alongside you. Sweep the arms out and up. Walk it forward and find that forward folded deer. And even just acknowledging, where do you spend the majority of your time? Do you spend the majority of the time in your practice falling back into habitual patterns? Or do you find yourself more and more practicing from that more aspirational, hopeful place? Just noticing, where do you spend the time in your practice? Use your arms for support to lift the torso. Now as we come into the twist, again, you're going to really unplug that right hip so it can lift as you walk around to the left. And then for some folks, this is already a super deep twist. Others find, pretty easy for me to melt down on my forearms here. Others even create a pillow with the hands, dropping forehead onto the hands. Let the next breath lift you up. This final expression of our deer, hands come behind you, leaning back. And then just noticing, again, not from a place of habit where you go in the pose, but from a place of true engagement. Where does it make sense to land in this shape? Habit is something we can create, and as much as we can have negative habits, we can also create really healthy habits. Not just habits of the body, but also habits of the mind, habits of the breath. Certain poses, we naturally breathe deeper than others. How can we cultivate an expansive breath in all moments of the practice? Now lean away from the right bent knee, and then bring that right foot to the mat and cross left ankle over the right knee, and find your supine pigeon, interlacing hands behind the right thigh. So as much as you're noticing the habits in the body, also noticing the habits of the mind. How quickly does the mind scamper off to a less than helpful place, sometimes even a counterproductive place? What is the distance between our habit tendencies in the mind versus our aspirational hopes for how we would like to train the mind? Let the right foot find a landing place on the mat, arms alongside you. Push into the palms, plug the shoulders into the mat, push into the right foot, and lift to that figure 4 bridge. How's the breath here? Mine gets a lot kind of more rigid. So I have to really work on an expansive breath. And then slowly lowering down, uncrossing that left foot. And now I begin to make my way into Shavasana, extending my legs and my arms, turning my palms to the ceiling, softening the face, relaxing my mouth, my tongue, letting go of any tension in the soles of my feet or the palms of my hands. Resting in this hopefulness of unification. Unification of body, mind, and pure spirit. If you have the ability to stay, feel free to stay for a longer Shavasana. If you had a set time for your practice, allow the breath to deepen. And from that deeper breathing, reawakening the body with gentle movement. And then in your own way, in your own time, rebuilding into a comfortable seat. As you find your way back into that comfortable seat, inviting the palms of the hands together and closing, as we always do, extending outward this blessing that the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love, and light, which sounds like these 4 words in Sanskrit. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Victory to all of our practices.